Hello and welcome back to a specialisation update where I'm uploading the things that I'm learning as I prepare for the exams, which if I pass them would entitle me to call myself a specialist physiotherapist as per the Australian College of Physiotherapists. Today's episode is about myotomes, really important concept in assessing neurological function. And we should, as physiotherapists, have memorized the different myotomes and which spinal segments they refer to. Now, for those who are not physiotherapists, you might not have heard of a myotome. There are different levels of the spine, ranging from C1, right up the top, just below the skull, all the way down to our tailbone or our sacrum down the bottom. And each segment corresponds to different nerves that come out into the limbs, into the lower limbs, as well as upper limbs, and into our torso. And a physiotherapist needs to know which spinal segments are being assessed by different movements or different muscle groups. For example, wrist extension corresponds to the I'm gonna have to remember that. So this is to hold me accountable, but also to share some key concepts that are important in the specialisation process. So starting up at the top, at C1, we have cervical flexion and extension. C2, we have cervical lateral flexion, so that's side to side movement of the neck. C3, we have shoulder elevation. And C4, we have shoulder abduction. So yeah, that function. C5 is it's a low C5. No, I've got it wrong here. This is why I do this these videos. C1 to 2 is flexion extension. C3 is cervical lateral flexion. C4 is shoulder elevation. C5 is shoulder abduction. C6 is wrist extension. C7, C8, and T1 we have remaining. Finger abduction is T1. Finger flexion is C8, and C7 is going to be elbow extension. Now onto the lower limb. L1 is hip abduction. L2 is hip flexion. L3 is knee extension. L4 then takes us to ankle dorsiflexion. L5 gets us to toe, great toe extension. S1 gets us to ankle plantar flexion and or toe flexion. There's a couple of ankle movements with that level 2, and then S2 takes us to knee flexion. I believe that's correct. If it's not correct, please tell me, because I want to learn. I'm doing my best to recall this off the top of my head and to do it accurately so that I can then recall it in a consult while I'm assessing someone. This is all part of the specialisation process. I hope that you learned something from this, and yeah, have a great day.